And fam, what's good? What's good? This your boy Thal, FamOverTV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. Salute to everybody in the building already. On your way in, make sure you hit that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We got another good one today, y'all. We go check out these videos. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Hope everybody feeling good on this good Sunday. Surrounded by good energy. You feel me? But yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. We gonna get straight into it. We got a good one. Go check out these good videos, y'all. Let's get it.
Do you see how it is out right now? Dukes, you see how it is right now?
I feel like I'm in a dream.
I have no idea what's happening. It's 10:30 at night. 10:30 at night. How am I supposed to sleep? How am I supposed to do anything? Everyone's walking around like it's 9 o'clock in the morning. It's 10:30 at night and no one's blinking an eye. We just went to a restaurant, it's packed. The mountains are still, there's snow on it. The sun's beaming in my face. Look at that. I'm putting it in my hand. How am I going to go to sleep? They better have elite blinds right now. Because basically all you do is like, oh, you want to go day drink today? At 10 o'clock at night? It is an outrageous place to live. But again, I'm jacked up on Alaska.
Did this rocket just prove this?
Hey, anybody live in Alaska that be in the chat? I always be wondering about Alaska and everything. They said like in the winter, I guess it's always dark. But then in that video, you know what I'm saying, the sun was up for a long time. Like, how was working out there? Like, what's going on out there in Alaska? Let me know.
The space is fake.
Do we have lift off?
What up, Jim? What's up, Kevin? What's up?
What is that? If anyone can explain what this is, please let me know.
Look like a firmament to me. Look like a firmament to me, I don't know.
Thanks for watching and stay weird.
Check this out, guys, and I want you to watch this video all the way through. So this guy straps a drone to a balloon to prove that there is sound in space. The camera is making a beeping noise, y'all. And when the drone makes it to the top of the firmament, y'all, we see a whole bunch of this, y'all. And people are saying this is the cracks from them attempting to leave the dome, y'all. Check this out.
Bye-bye, Spaceman.
All right, we're getting ready to go. Let it go.
Bye.
That's a lot.
Remember, the noise is just there to prove that there is sound in space after scientists told us there's no sound.
Damn.
Now watch this. Hold on. Y'all hear that? You can still hear the beat.
Oh, I can hear it a little bit.
You can still hear it. Y'all see that? Look, y'all saw that? Do you guys see that? They are saying that's the cracks. Remember what Hillary Clinton said?
Although we weren't able to shatter that hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you, it's got about 18 million cracks in it.
All the taxpayers' money. All the taxpayers' money.
And the light is shining through like never before, filling us all with the hope and the sure knowledge that the path will be a little easier next time.
Could she be hinting at the fact that all they do is take our tax dollars in an attempt to try to get out?
Hey, it definitely looked like some cracks to me. I don't know, man. It definitely looked like some cracks to me, but if it was crack, shouldn't water be like leaking through or something? Like, I thought outside of the firmament is supposed to be water or something. Like, I don't know. It did look like some cracks when they just went up there and showed that. So I don't know. That Hillary Clinton was hinting around about it and everything. So I don't know, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's keep it going.
Out of here and leave us here. Now back to this, y'all. Did you guys see this? Did you guys see this in the video? It literally looks like a whole bunch of cracks in it, y'all. What do you guys think? This is crazy. But let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I'm only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times. We all know space isn't a real thing. All they do is lie through the teeth, y'all. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
This is shuttle launch control at T-minus 2 hours, 28 minutes. And, pilot Mike Smith, followed by Krista McAuliffe, teacher in space.
Hey y'all, I found that video. Remember we was talking about on the other stream about the Challenger, you know what I'm saying? This Challenger shuttle that exploded on TV a long time ago when I was a little boy and everybody was sad. I got the video. We go check it out. Then I got something else, you know what I'm saying, after the video showing what really happened. Supposedly, allegedly, you feel me? But let's keep it going, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. My bad for keep stopping it, but y'all know I like talking.
Ellison Onizuka and payload specialist Greg Jarvis.
8, 7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Control program. Roger, roll, Challenger. Go at throttle up. Challenger, go at throttle up.
Ooh.
1 minute 15 seconds. Velocity 2,900 feet per second. Altitude 9 nautical miles. Downrange distance 7 nautical miles. Controllers here looking very carefully at the situation. Obviously a major malfunction.
Picture you were just seeing was Christy McCullough's parents watching in horror.
Operations and waiting word from any recovery forces in the downrange field.
Families of the astronauts normally in the grandstands.
Tom, as John Zarella pointed out from the Cape earlier, when all of us first saw the blast, there was a moment of stunned silence and disbelief. Many people perhaps did confuse it with the, is it the booster rocket?
The crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger honored us for the manner in which they lived their lives. We will never forget them, nor the last time we saw them this morning, as they prepared for their journey and waved goodbye, and slipped the surly bonds of earth to touch the face of God. Thank you.
Listen, y'all. Hold on. We about to see the other video now showing what really happened or whatever, you know what I'm saying, allegedly. But look, all I want to know is if it was a hoax or it was cap or whatever and everything, like why would they do that? Like, why would they do that to us? Like, why would they? I mean, I know they fake a lot of stuff. They fake the moon landing. They be faking a lot of stuff. But why would they do that? Like, was that something to put out to change the vibration of people or to make people down? Like I just don't understand. Like, what's the whole point of like faking it if it was fake? You know what I'm saying? If it was, like, I just don't understand it. But let's keep it going.
On January 28, 1986, CNN watched the Challenger launch live on the air with its viewers. They and the other media outlets told you that the astronauts died in the explosion. But as always, there is an agenda behind every mainstream headline.
Government had incentivized the different public schools to play the Challenger in their classrooms. So they rolled their TV sets out, they had all the children sit down and get ready to watch it, and 20% of the American public watched the Challenger event happen live. And within 1 hour, 80% of Americans had seen the Challenger tragedy happen. So just like with 9/11.
It's crazy. I remember this. I was a little baby. I remember this, y'all. So, like, I don't even know how I remember this, but I do.
They have everyone see this traumatic event, and then we're all in unison that we're traumatized.
The 7 NASA astronauts supposedly killed in the 1986 Challenger disaster did not die in the explosion and are quietly living out their lives in the US, with many of them hiding in plain sight, using their same names and working at high levels in the same fields they worked in before the disaster, according to explosive evidence uncovered by investigators.
We've located 6 out of 7 of them. In the world of deception, it's really easy to say this person is that person.
Let's start with former NASA astronaut Michael J. Smith, with the same name as this retired professor from the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Are you Michael Smith?
Yeah.
Professor at university?
Retired.
Retired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just stopped by because there's a room. Are you aware of that? There's a rumor on the internet that people are saying.
Yeah, it's not me, obviously. I mean, anybody that looks at my background, looks where I was born, it's not me. I mean, it's interesting that the Michael J. Smith that was the astronaut looks something like me when we were younger, but really not, if you really look at facial recognition.
You never been a pilot, never been in the military?
Nothing like that.
Maybe just like you. Next is former NASA astronaut Judith Resnick, with an exact doppelganger working at Yale University.
Appreciate that.
37 years have passed and she hasn't even changed her name. Side by
Of course they gotta deny it, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they made them all like, hey, this the play. Y'all gotta sign these NDAs. Don't say nothing. And if anybody ever say anything like, hey, it's just you, just always deny it. I'm sure they told them that. But all I'm saying is if you have just some type of moral inside of you, some type of good in you, this is a secret you can't just take to your grave. I'm pretty sure you had to tell somebody like, man, that was fake, man. I was part of that. That was fake, but I don't know. Ain't nobody came out and said nothing, so I don't know. Let's keep it going, though.
my side, there's no denying it.
So statistically speaking, the odds that almost everyone on the Challenger have exact lookalikes with exact names still existing is kind of laughable, honestly. Exact doppelgangers existing in the world with the same names, and when confronted, they get very nervous and their stories begin to conflict and they have the same mannerisms. You know, it doesn't take a lot to put it together, honestly.
He said gravity doesn't exist. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know. Right. Who you really are. I swear. Of course, we all know they hiding everything. Of course. But I just don't know, y'all. I don't know, man. That's a crazy situation right there. They saying that it was all a hoax. It wasn't real. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We need some people to come out, some witnesses like, yeah, he told me. He told me. Yeah, that's him. He told me. And like, if they haven't told anybody and they kept their mouth shut this whole time, they did a good job, man. They did what they supposed to do. They ain't told nobody nothing. Gag orders, NDAs. Just living their life. If it's true, allegedly, y'all. But let's keep it going. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
horrifying videos I have ever seen on this app regarding our country's financial future. It was posted by a woman named Tiffany. I will link it. She's talking about how private equity firms have been buying up all the single family homes. So up until very recently, we didn't actually have the numbers to say just how many homes they've been buying up. And most politicians across the fucking board, Democrat, Republican, whatever, have been saying, well, they're really only buying like 18% of single family homes. And then economists chimed in and said that if private equity firms are buying up anywhere from 18 to 20 to 23% of single family homes in this country, that by 2030, they would own 60% of all of the homes in America. Well, we just got the final numbers. In 2023, private equity firms purchased 44% of all of the single family homes in America, which means death for our middle class. Our generation will not be homeowners. They will have us permanently renting from like 2 or 3 companies. Now, America has a lot of problems, but this should be a unifying problem that every single person who is not part of one of those private equity firms cares about, including current homeowners. They bought 44% of all of the single family homes in America last year, and they are set up to purchase an even higher percentage of them this year. Unless we have major reform, almost all of the single family homes in this country will be owned by these private equity firms in a very, very short amount of time. I just watched what happened.
Most Americans don't know that there's...
And then once they own all the housing market, they gonna have everybody in a chokehold, y'all. They buying up everything, you know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of time. I can see it. I see where it's headed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can see it, but let's keep it going.
There's a place in the US where any crime is legal, and for this reason, this area has literally been given the name the Zone of All. This takes place in Yellowstone National Park, where, as you can see, most of the national park land resides solely in the state of Wyoming. However, if you look a bit closer, you can see that it's hiding a pretty big sea. You see, there are small portions of the national park that go beyond Wyoming and barely stretch into the states of both Montana and Idaho. These weird overlapping borders would be considered pretty strange on their own, but what makes them special is this 50 square mile piece of land in Idaho is a place where no crime that gets committed could be legally punished. And all this stems from a loophole and how the laws are written. You see, when a crime is committed anywhere in the US, the trial jury legally has to be made up of people belonging both to the state and the district where the crime was committed. However, since not a single person lives in both the state of Idaho and the district of Yellowstone National Park, no jury can be assembled, which means that no trial can legally be held to prosecute a criminal. Luckily though, since this loophole's discovery, nothing bad has happened here. But this begs the...
Show us where.
Hey, I mean, I don't know. That ain't a place I would want to go live at. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping about going to live somewhere where no crimes are being, you know, there's no crimes. Or I mean, it is crimes, but they're not punishable because of a loophole or whatever. I mean, who would want to go in? I mean, I'm sure it's probably some, you know, some dealers or something that probably be trying to make some plays right there in that area so they can't get in trouble or something. That, you know, that'd be cool. But as far as everything else, like, I don't know who would want to go up there and be doing bullshit crimes and all that type of stuff just because they can or whatever. Like that just don't make no sense. But it's good to know. Always good to know. Feel me? Let's keep it going.
Where the International Space Station is, Hubble, etc. Where?
Oh, okay. So if the Earth were actually this size, the International Space Station would be orbiting about 1/2 inch above the surface. And that dude who jumped out of a perfectly good balloon, what's his name? Felix Baumgartner. He would have been about 2 millimeters above the surface of this globe. That's his edge of space jump.
Robert, what up? Mama Stein, what's up?
Now, you know, I don't. It's fine. He wants to. I don't have a problem if he does it, but the honesty of it would greatly diminish what I think people thought he was actually doing. And not only that, they made sure to photograph him standing there
Right,
with a
Rick.
really wide-angle lens, which curves
It don't
horizontal
matter if it's
lines.
flat or
So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he said, "Wow, he's in space. Look at that." No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't. That stuff is flat.
24.
Hey, right, Rick. I swear it don't matter, flat or round, whatever you believe, whatever it is. I'm still spending. We still spending that same bankroll on gas, bills, everything. It don't matter. I don't give a fuck if it's flat or round. At this point, it don't matter. Like if it's flat, hey. If it's round, hey. Like, what's the benefits for us, y'all? They got to keep on lying. So I don't even wrap my head in a twist no more about it. And I ain't arguing with nobody and none of that. Whatever. I ain't tripping. Flat or round, whatever. This earth still fucked up, especially the United States. Let's keep it going.
Miles high is the height Felix Baumgartner was at when he did the Red Bull space jump. At 24 miles, they have to fake the curvature in order to give you guys something to marvel at. This footage you're looking at right here is an amateur high altitude balloon, 24 miles high, okay? That's 4 times the height of a commercial aircraft. You don't see any curve, and yet we have people that claim they've seen the curve and they've never been higher than a commercial aircraft. Learn what indoctrination is. One of the symptoms of indoctrination is to lie to yourself so as not to disrupt or shatter your belief system, no matter how ridiculous it may be.
Yeah, whatever. Shit. At this point, we don't know.
What's going on here?
What the hell going on here, America? This behind the ice wall, y'all. Check this out. Oh, wait.
There was a drop-off that went down between 5 and 6 meters, so not too deep. And at the bottom, there was black sand. Down at the bottom, it felt like I was floating in the stars, in the sparkles. It was totally crazy. Totally crazy. It's incredible. That's good.
Yeah?
It's like beautifully sculpted marble. The ice is so pure. It's extraordinary.
Nah.
But after about 200 meters, shapes start appearing on the screen.
Man.
Y'all, the answer.
I just don't know, man. I'm still confused about that ice wall and Antarctica and stuff and everything. I just don't know, y'all. I just don't know.
Professors are waking up and they are angry. Did you guys hear about the earthquake that happened in Lake Lanier? I mean, the Bible told us these things were going to be happening like a thief in the night, and literally this happened at nighttime. We are in a paradigm shift, and this is the age of Aquarius where truth is coming to the light, y'all. Check this out.
Y'all, Lake Lanier has earthquakes. Shit is getting real. Our ancestors are ready to rise. And if you don't know what the fuck Lake Lanier is, I suggest you look at my playlist. Baby, it's not to be played with. I mean, we know better, but they don't. And it's not all of y'all, but it's most of y'all. 2 earthquakes were recorded overnight beneath North Georgia's massive Lake Lanier, and dozens of people report they felt shaking in the dark. Yup, they coming up. The earthquakes registered at 2.3 at 11:15 p.m. and 1.7 2 hours late. I guess they were marching. I don't know where y'all going, ancestors, but can I come too? Both were centered 4 miles north of Beaufort, Georgia, which is close. to northeast Atlanta. Now, some people said they even felt it in Cumming, Georgia as well. Now, the last time Lake Lanier had an earthquake was in 2020. It was like a 2.2 magnitude, and more than 70 people felt that bad boy. All I know is y'all pissed our ancestors off when y'all built that little water slide. Lake Lanier has claimed, 2 people already? And the summer has just started. Now, if they start rising and houses start coming up out the water, y'all better get your asses on. Baby, they're not playing with y'all.
Again, y'all.
Hey, for everybody that don't know about Lake Lanier down in Georgia. I mean, I don't want to say allegedly because, you know, it's proof that it happened, you know. They flooded a town. It was our ancestors, you know what I'm saying, urban town. They took it over and made it a lake, and they say it's a city up under there, you know what I'm saying? Like our ancestors is under this lake, you know, and a lot of crazy things be happening there. Like people be disappearing when they in there and swimming and doing little stuff and everything. Now they having earthquakes, and it's always stories about Lake Lanier, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't know about it, go check it out, do your research, but that's crazy. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
We are in a paradigm shift where the spirit world is merging with the physical world. Y'all see what's happening to the planet. All kinds of things are happening and people are just blaming the government when the government has no such power. The spirit world is merging with the physical world, and the Bible told you that those who have died, they're gonna rise back up again, y'all. So I believe this is literally the beginning of it, and we haven't seen nothing yet, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times. Like, comment, and
Hey, what y'all think about Ryan Garcia talking about the boxer Ryan Garcia? Here it go right here. It's about to come up now. But remember, like a while ago, months ago, when Ryan Garcia was saying like it's gonna be earthquakes on June 6th in California and Las Vegas or whatever. That was before the fight when everybody was saying he was crazy and all this and everything. And it's like it was earthquakes on June the 6th, y'all. So I'm like, and a lot of stuff Ryan Garcia was saying, like a lot of the stuff he was saying, kind of it came to the light, like it was true, like this really happened. So, and now he locked up. They got him like in the mental hospital right now. He just got locked up yesterday, and I seen he tweeted talking about they trying to make him take medicine and everything. Like, I don't know, man. I think it's a big play on Ryan right now. I think he's being attacked. You know what I'm saying? His mama is sick. He be saying a lot of crazy stuff. I think they trying to shut him up and everything. And like, I don't even care about the PEDs and him testing negative for steroids or whatever, the PEDs and all that type of stuff for the fight, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about all the stuff he was saying and everything. I feel like they're attacking Ryan right now, man, because he definitely be on to something. But let's keep it going. My bad, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. What's up, Frank? Oh.
Ryan Garcia just predicted that an earthquake would hit Las Vegas and California on June 6, 2024.
This is coming back, and I have predicted that there will be earthquake June 6th. June 6th?
Then on the day before June 6th, this man Ryan wants to mention that the earthquake is going to happen again on June 6th. Now at this point, everybody and their mama was thinking that he was capping, but well, I guess not. Because on June 6th itself, there was actually a magnitude 3.4 earthquake. What makes this funny is that people is actually taking this man Ryan Garcia seriously. Because tell me how everybody and their mama is now a news reporter and coming up with every single weather fact about California. I'm talking everybody is going on Google and just proving this man completely wrong because obviously he's joking, but I guess nobody sees that. But 35 earthquakes in California every day is just crazy. Y'all need to move from there.
As of 5:15 p.m., multiple 3+ earthquakes shaking Newport Beach, California, June 6th.
Damn, hold on. Let me stop that. Did I just hear that right? So they saying it'd be earthquakes every day in California? Like 35 earthquakes every day? I guess we just don't be hearing about them all or wherever. They be small earthquakes or something. Can anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, Anybody from California? Like, okay, Angela. Yes. Okay, I ain't know that. Well, of course you can predict that it's gonna be a motherfucking earthquake on June 6th because it's earthquakes all the time, every day. I ain't know that. So now it take away a little bit now from what he was saying. You feel me? But let's keep it going.
2 to 4.
That's crazy. She said basically aftershocks. Okay. 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 Angela Dow just confirmed it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It'd be earthquakes all the time in California, daily, whatever. I'm in Las Vegas, man. Druber. Shit, I ain't never felt that. Well, you know what? When I first moved out here, we had one. You know what I'm saying? I felt one, but I don't be feeling no earthquakes or something, or maybe I just don't be paying attention or not noticing or whatever. And I don't see it on the news. They don't be saying shit on the news like, yeah, it was an earthquake today or something. So maybe it be happening or whatever, and they just don't speak about it or whatever. But I don't know. Shit, they hide everything. They lie to us about everything. They hide everything. So I wouldn't be surprised, y'all. Let's keep it going, man. We got 117 people in here. I need all y'all to hit that like button, y'all, so we can spread these videos out, bring this awareness to everybody else, y'all. Appreciate everybody. Let's keep it going.
Terrence Howard's situation is deeply connected with Tartaria. Let's talk about it. So when Tartaria first started popping off, it was all about the architecture. We started noticing that there was a similar architecture all across the planet, all sharing similar features. And then we started diving into the free energy because there was those of us who were familiar with biogeometry and how that can harness electromagnetic energy. We started noticing they all had these lightning rods or these spires all at the top. And at the same time, electroculture was popping off. And that was all about how you could harness the electricity in the atmosphere to grow plants. And what they both have in connection is electromagnetism, which goes into the physics of our entire universe, which is what Terrence Howard was talking about. And Terrence Howard, a lot of his work is based off of Walter Russell's work. And Walter Russell wrote a book called The Universal One. This book, Nikola Tesla said that he should lock that away for 1,000 years in the Smithsonian until humanity was ready to hear it. And that's what Terrence Howard was talking about. So what was so dangerous about the Universal One? It describes the true physics of the universe. And then you come to find out that we've been hoodwinked this whole time. Basically, what he was describing was the essence that vibration, wavelength, and frequency is what creates all the periodic table of elements. And essentially, it is only one energy. It is only one essence. And that electricity and magnetism not only explain how we power our world, but it explains how electricity and magnetism is what powers our cells. And that there's this deep connection between God consciousness, magnetism, electricity, and expression into the physical universe. So during this time, you also had Nikola Tesla, early 1900s, who brought the idea to J.P. Morgan that he could utilize the ether for unlimited free energy. That effectively got all of Nikola Tesla's funding stripped from him, and he died penniless. Again, this is all between the 1900 and the 1920s. So you had Walter Russell's work coming out, talking about the true physics of the universe. At the same time, you had Lakowski, you had people like Rife who were talking about frequencies and oscillations, how everything is vibrated, everything has a resonance, the oscillation of cells and how every cell has a resonant frequency.
And that was early 1900s to about 1920. They just took everything that they didn't want us to know or find out, and they hid it, put it in their vaults, and just been lying to us this whole time. I'm gonna have to do a stream on the Smithsonians too, because I'm trying to understand. So what can anybody help me out, like the Smithsonians or whatever? So basically they was just taking important information that was valuable to all of us, you know what I'm saying, teaching us about our real selves and everything. And our real powers and everything, and what they take it and hide it, put it in the vault and kept it to themselves and put out only the information they wanted us to know or whatever. Like, I'm about to do a stream on the Smithsonian's, y'all, because I really want to see like what they own, because I keep hearing about it and everything. So I don't know. Let's keep it going. My bad. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Frequency, and the health is determined on the electrical voltage. When that voltage drops, so does the health. This science also connects all of music. It connects all of shape physics, how shape geometry creates a centripetal or a charge effect that charges and harnesses the etheric electromagnetic energy, life force. He shows how color and how sound are all connected through resonance, how our entire expression or experience of the electromagnetic spectrum can be matched from all the 5 senses based on resonance. So even ether was in the periodic table of elements as the last chart that Mendeleev charted before he passed away in 1907. After his death, they changed the rating of the periodic table of elements that was based on weights, and they changed it to number. And then Terrence Howard was going on.
They changed the periodic table, huh? And I remember I had to learn that shit in school. I remember learning the periodic table and everything. And I always thought, I was like, man, yeah, I always had this thought in the back of my mind, because I remember studying and having to learn the periodic table and everything. And I was like, man, like, what if somebody like switched some of this stuff, or like, what if it's not real? Like, what if some of this stuff don't even exist that they put on this periodic table and everything? So, but I never, really got into it. I was just tripping, but let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Appreciate that, Frank. Frank just gifted a membership. Somebody's go get a membership randomly. We'll see. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate you, Frank.
To how our entire mathematical system is based on fallacy. So a recap, early 1900s, Mendeleev's periodic table of element had ether as the element of, he termed neutronium.
Oh, yeah,
and then after that, his death, they changed the periodic table of elements. Then you had Nikola Tesla, who was coming with the free energy that was connected to the ether, again proving the ether. Nikola Tesla's money was completely defunded, and he was wiped out of existence to have an effect on the electrical engineering.
Yeah, I forgot Nikola Tesla's finna come with that free energy for everybody, and they wiped them right on out. That's crazy. I swear. Hey, but yeah, hey, Planet Max. Whenever I see a white guy with some dreads or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? Automatically, and I hate to, you know what I'm saying, just assume or stereotype some people or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But automatically, I'm like, oh yeah, he smoked weed. You know what I'm saying? He damn near one of us, man. You feel me? Let's keep it going. He knows something though. You know that hair means a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's that ether. That's our ether. I be trying to grow mine. My shit grow so slow though. Let's keep it going.
You had Eric Dollar, who was an electrical engineer much later, but again, he was against sabotage, and all of his work, his facilities were destroyed, and he was constantly under a complete attack on his finances, an attempt to completely break them on a spiritual, energetic, physical level. So all these people talked about the ether, and all of them were blocked. And at the same time, in the early 1900s, that's when the creation of the Federal Reserve, 1910, that's when you had the straw man that happened. So our entire society was changed. And then you had the gold standard that was implemented, which brought in our entire bureaucracy. That's brought in the criminal police industries, that brought in the lawyer industries, that brought in this entire system. At the same time, again, early 1900s, between 1900 and 1920s, that you had homeopathy.
Yeah.
You had homeopathic medicine. And again, this was wiped out at the same time. You have Victor Schwarberger, who invented this plow that spun the dirt centripetally, not disrupting the soil, and he was stopped by the Hungarian government and by the politics at the time. So all these guys talked about the ether, which was based on the balance of the feminine and masculine, which was the basis of all of our geometric universe, all of our colors and sounds and frequencies and resonances. That's all based on a holistic science that connects with holistic nutrition, that connects with this entire beautiful demonstration of the universe. And all of it was changed. So this goes into tartaria on how the geometry created charge propulsions and how the dynamics between charge and discharge, the atmosphere being electric, that you can use the electricity and the magnetism within nature to boost plant growth, that you can use a charge and discharge propulsion system to achieve balance, to achieve the resonant frequency of all the cells in the body.
Hey, I like this guy, man. He's very knowledgeable, talking some real shit. And I'm gonna go and do a stream on all those people he talking about in those early days. I'm gonna make that a stream one day and do some research on them and talk about them, man. Salute to Caitlin, B Server. You know what I'm saying? Survivor, B Survivor. I know what it stands for, but she's the member. She's the one that got gifted the membership from Frank. So I appreciate that, Frank, man. Salute to Caitlin. Let's keep it going.
That you understand that all of the organs in the body all have resonances, all have magnetic fields, that the entire system is all connected. That's why you have astrology and planets connected to organs. That's why you have this entire symbiotic system. That's why nature is symbiotic. That's why you have the dendritic patterns from lightning to your veins to plants, and it's all connected. It's all fractal systems, as above, so below. You have the entire system that just makes so much sense, and you can't deny this. And this post is going to be filled with a bunch of haters, I imagine, that want to discredit it. But if you research any of the stuff that I'm talking about, you'll find that it's complete fact, that everything is really about oscillation, vibration, wavelength, and frequency and resonance, and that's what brings together our entire universe and our experience of that universe. Electromagnetism is the science of describing of how energy turns to matter and how matter turns back to energy, and it also describes the science behind how creator is creating the universe and is both experiencing that universe through an amnesia experience of an illusion of separatism, but in essence it's all one system that is experiencing itself in this thing that we call reality, and that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Right. Hey, I be trying to tell my mama, like, man, Ma, it's all about energy, vibrations, and all this. She be like, yeah, she always trying to turn me to, it's about Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't tripping on that, you know, so I ain't mad, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Whoever you praise to, or, you know, whatever religion you follow, whatever, I ain't against no religions or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They all basically be saying the same thing, just different, changing the words here and there and different stories here and there and everything, but they all be on the same type of tip. But I believe it's all about energy and waves and vibrations and everything. Like from experience, I can tell y'all, like, law of attraction and vibrations and energy is real, y'all. Like, I've been through situations and everything where it's a real thing. And right now as I'm living and everything, I be trying to attract things and vibrate on a high level and everything. So it's definitely a real thing, man. I be trying to put my mom up on it, but she be trying to put me up on other stuff. So let's keep it going, though, man. Let's get into some of these politics, man. They said y'all boy Sleepy Joe, man, had an accident on stage, y'all. So let's keep it going.
It appears that the jackass has decided to defecate right here on stage. In spite of the millions of people watching, this elderly fool is sliding a Biden right there on stage. As the jackass fills his tighty-whities with Bidenomics, it seems the disgusting aroma has gotten into Dr. Jill's mouth.
Man, and I know he just didn't crouch and bend over, like he really just let it out like that, man. Come on, Sleepy Joe. Like, Sleepy Joe, man, if you're too old, man, and you're doing that type of stuff, man, just Just go relax, man. Go home, man. Go home, lay in the bed, man. Just let somebody else be the president, man. Like you're not even the president. Somebody else calling the shots, definitely. You just a body in there, just because you always doing this, Sleepy Joe. You be falling asleep. You forget what you're talking about. You using the bathroom on yourself. Your wife got to help you walk upstairs, all type of stuff, Sleepy Joe. And I ain't trying to get on you like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You ain't my favorite. You know, I'd rather have Trump than you, but I'm just saying, like, you at that point where you just need to go chill. Go chill, Sleepy Joe. Go home. Watch TV, man. Eat you a whole bunch of junk food. Watch TV and just relax, man. You got a bankroll. Go relax.
As the stench of Bidenomics fills the air, President Macaroni seems to savor the pungent aroma, appearing to chew the fart until his eyes begin to water and he is forced to flee the scene. As the scene unfolds, Madame Macaroni appears to be immune to the stench of Bidenomics. However, she takes a few steps backwards in an apparent attempt to safeguard Dr. Evil's lab coat from any splatterings that could result from the jackass's on-stage defecation. President Macaroni has endured the Bidenomics crop dusting event like a champion. However, he will most likely develop a severe case of pink eye in the coming days, a common workplace hazard of befriending a wrinkly chode, such as Joe.
Man.
Russia officially declares USA as enemy.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, he just be doing stuff. It ain't even for him. He can't read the teleprompter no more, none of that type of stuff, man. Like, just go home, Sleepy Joe. It's all good, man. You did what you could do in your time you was in there, man. Go home, man. Go home and relax, man. What's up, DJ? Let's keep it going, y'all. Y'all know Russia said we an enemy now. Russia mad at us, y'all. And they mad because Sleepy Joe, well, you know, it ain't Sleepy Joe because he can't do nothing. He can't talk or none of that type of shit. But whoever calling the shots, they sent some weapons to Ukraine, and Ukraine using our weapons to attack Russia and other people. Whatever, they doing something. And we got our hands in it, and Russia mad as hell. And they like, man, y'all an enemy now. You know what I'm saying? Putin been trying to tell us, he been trying to hold off, but it ain't got to the point they like, man, we beefing with y'all. We ain't messing with USA no more, man. Let's keep it going.
Reportedly, for the first time, the remark was made by Vladimir Putin's press secretary, Dmitry Peskov. Until now, neither Putin nor the Kremlin had ever referred to the United States as an enemy of Russia. During a press briefing, Peskov said, quote, "We are now an enemy country for them, just as they are for us," end quote. Now, this was in response to a claim made by a former American intelligence officer who was recently barred from traveling to Russia and had his passport confiscated by U.S. border officials. Now, the Kremlin's shift in rhetoric comes days after U.S. President Joe Biden allowed Ukraine to strike inside Russia with some American weapons. Latest reports say Ukrainian forces have used U.S. weapons to strike Russian targets inside Russia to defend the Kharkiv region. Now, this has angered Putin even further, who has now warned that Moscow could arm other countries with similar weapons to attack Ukraine's Western allies.
What must we do in response? First of all, we will improve our air defense systems to destroy the missiles.
Christopher,
Secondly,
what's up, man?
we think that if someone thinks it is possible to supply such weapons to a combat zone, to strike at our territory and create problems for us, why do we not have the right to supply our weapons of the same class to those regions of the world where there will be strikes on the sensitive facilities of those countries that are doing this against Russia?
Man.
Now, Putin's remarks comes as Russia is expected to send combat vessels into the Caribbean region this summer
I just hope they just don't attack us, man. I don't know what's going on, man. Like I don't even understand like why we always got our hands in some bullshit that ain't got nothing to do with us, but we always put our hands in it. We always sending billions and trillions of dollars and helping people and everything, and we got all this bullshit going on over here, man. Salute to Christopher, y'all. Y'all check his channel out too. He be on the same type tip. You know what I'm saying? Nice channel. I just went and checked his channel out a few days ago. So Christopher Sidorus, he ain't here, y'all. But let's keep it going.
To participate in naval exercises. This will likely include port calls in Cuba and potential stops in Venezuela. Washington says Russia wants to show that it's still capable of some level of power projection. However, the Biden administration does not view the deployment with alarm since Russia repeatedly sells ships into the Western Hemisphere. But now, with tensions increasing between the two nations over the war in Ukraine, it remains to be seen if Russia's naval drills will become a flashpoint of heightened alarm for the United States.
Man. Like, I don't know. Like, if they did attack us, it wouldn't be over here, will it? Like, could they attack us over here? I mean, I know terrorists and stuff like that can happen and shit over here and everything. Excuse me, anytime, but or would they like? I need to do some research. Like, or would they be attacking somewhere like our on our borders or something? Like, I don't know. I just don't. I hope we don't see it. I hope somehow, some way, they get everything under control and smooth this shit out, man. But I'm sure they'll never stop wars because wars bring in a lot of money. And all this shit is all about money, man. Money and people just being evil. So y'all know what time it is, man. Salute to everybody in the building. Appreciate everybody who tapped in, all my moderators. Salute to the new members. Salute to Frank for that membership. Love today. Salute to Caitlin for getting that membership. Salute to the content management. Make sure y'all join the Discord if you want to send over some content or whatever. John, I'm going to go check that content you say you sent to me in the Discord too. I ain't been on there in a few days, so my bad, y'all, but I'm going to get on there today and check it out, see everything. But I appreciate everybody who tapped in. It's your boy Thal, FamOverTV. I hope everybody having a great Sunday. You know, stay on wave, stay vibrating those good high frequencies, y'all. Stay with that good energy. And I'm going to see y'all soon, y'all. Peace.
Fam over.